So, what do you guys say? Let this cute little fucker out, or
Wait, wasn't the like guy waking up too? Because the frog was making noise.
yeah.
The toad
I'd
was
say
making
they
noise.
haven't woken. I don't believe they woke up just yet. But what did happen is they did wake up for Frog, I believe. I don't believe this person has woken up yet, unless of course someone's watching the. I don't think Titus has posted the video yet, but I don't think they woke up at the end. I don't think that happened.
I don't remember that
Also,
happening.
would I have finished making the thieves' tools by now?
I probably should say no, but for the sake of things, yeah, I'll say yes.
I am going to try to unlock the cage.
Okay. There's a you don't really have a key, so you're just going to kind of use your new makeshift lockpick tools, or thieves tools, I guess. So since it's been a long time since people have used tools, from my understanding, for the sake of things, I'm going to say that you choose between thieves tools being dexterity and
I think
I
he
think
already has
wisdom
a
I have
if you're
thieves
good.
proficiency
tools
in them.
thing. Yeah, he already has it set up on a sheet, I think.
Hmm?
I think he already
It's
has
on the
the tools
sheet.
set up on a sheet.
Oh wait, are you? Okay, good. Um, I will say, you can do a roll for that. Yeah, and you are proficient with it. All right, you managed to open the thing. Given that this is a female and it's a little more aggressive than the other ones, and the season is nearing of their more increased aggression, or more gradual aggression, it seems to kind of move a little close to you and kind of places its head kind of low, which initially seems like a bow, but then as you kind of notice, given how spiky it is, it could legitimately just be a defensive form. And it looks like it's about to kind of like either kind of not necessarily jump at you, but possibly try to like headbutt you possibly if you don't get out of the way.
I swing the door open and like step out of the way.
Okay. It seems to kind of do a couple hops. It kind of looks around a little bit. Hmm. I don't know if this thing's too smart. I was gonna say maybe you could do an animal handling check just to see if it views you positively because of that. But even despite it doing that action, maybe because it might have delayed intelligence. Let's say no for now. Why is here we go. It seems to start to hop a little bit, and does so not super loudly, but does start to move a little bit. And you hear it keep moving into kind of the distance. Its hops little echoes, but they're kind of soft for the most part. That is until you hear a splash coming from around here, which is more audible and loud. But not that loud. It is loud enough to be a little spooked though. Last session, some of you had rolled stealth. I would like Snowcap and I think also Greffa, because they're also right there, to roll a stealth check for me real quick. Okay, you hear this person kind of grumble a little bit. They might have been possibly waking up, maybe not, but they kind of try to, move themselves back to sleep a little bit. For context, before we get too far along, and I wish I said this at the beginning of the session just for the sake of stuff. I'll probably say it again at some other point, but it's probably like 6:20 a.m. right now. You guys got up pretty early, given you went to bed not too late. So there's a lot of people that may be still kind of waking up or asleep, and the sun might not be fully out yet, which could matter for other things later down the line. But yeah, this person seems to grumble, but is still fully asleep and not really waken up by the presence of the cage opening or anything, despite which I'd say that Snowcap would have done so erratically, but professionally. Before I move on to the rest of you, do Snowcap or Greffa, do you wish to do anything regarding the open cage and the sleeping ogre person?
Oh,
I'll kind of
you
like
go
to
first.
get like close and kind of inspect them, like with my current stealth check.
Inspect them in what way? What do you want to learn about them?
Do they look like anything that I know to be hostile? Do they look like anything to be
Without doing a roll or anything, given
no,
these circumstances, you would know that like it's likely. So this person's guarding it is in front of a door. They're guarding. I should mention that. It seems like they are probably someone who works for the hags. Given the distance and circumstances, they're not that far away. It would make most sense. And therefore probably are not friendly.
Hey,
What?
hey,
Oh, sorry.
oh, hey, little guy. Who's that person?
Greg.
Works for the hags.
Yeah, Greg works at hags. Greg's one of the half ogres. We have a few ogres and half ogres here. You know, yeah. I don't really have tea in the morning, but I guess, okay, that's a lie, but I wish I had tea. I pretend I eat tea in the morning. I don't actually know what tea is. I've heard that word before, and the hags have some of it sometimes. I think I've had it before, but I don't know. But tea's the hard to, find.
So why does he work for the hags?
Employment, but more than that. I believe there was his tribe was accosted, and they made some choices and decided to ally themselves with the hags a while ago. I forget what
great.
tribe though. Okay. We'll move on to the first two. First, actually, before I get to the rest of you, Jevabu, what are you doing? You're also kind of close by. I didn't think to. You weren't quite close as ever, so I didn't think of having you do a stealth check. But were you doing anything in relation to what Snowcap and Griff are doing, or are you kind of just staying put? Or would you move farther out?
I'm gonna move. I'm still climbing on the wall.
Okay.
Oh, and I think the little guy was riding.
Oh
on
yeah, he
my
was.
back.
Yeah, I'll put him on there. Okay, yeah. Oh, I
That's
would
fine.
like before we get to some people farther up, I'd like you to do a well, two things. First, is your priority here just to kind of explore this general space, or are you trying to find one of the exits out of this larger room?
Just kind of exploring.
Okay. Second thing is,
Seeing what's around the corner.
I will say a couple things. One, you see some cages. In front of you, there's one that's covered in like a good like 4 to 5 feet of just like plant material, some of which is rotted, some of which is out of season. It's kind of varied, and there's possibly something in there. You're not sure, so I'd say you could do a perception check to determine if there's an animal of some kind hiding in there. And 2, you see some other cages. One that has a smaller human that looks like they might be kind of mashed against the side of a cage. And then there's a strange reptilian creature that seems to be sleeping in one cage. And then there's a really hideous, strange thing in the other. If you'd like to do that perception check, you can. But yeah, when I say hideous, I mean it's a weird, like, furry
Yeah, I see it.
rat boy man thing with beady eyes. It doesn't. It's clearly asleep, but it kind of like
Were-rat.
well, yeah, it might be worse than a were rat.
I was waiting for you to say it was a mirror.
Oh. Okay. You can roll a perception if you'd like, but I'm gonna move on to the rest of the group, the other members. Okay.
Yeah, let me get on close to here.
Okay. You smell an avian of some kind,
Okay.
or perhaps a non-typical avian, something a little strange. Okay. Normalists, Drought and Tourmaline. You guys have kind of moved up into this space. There seems to be a path that goes this way. However, there is a pit of varied blades that go kind of far down in front of you. What do you guys attempt to do? Continue exploration in one direction, or do you attempt to get past the blades towards the uncertain room?
I just saw this now, but what did this look like as I passed it?
You said this? That seems to be something kind of built into the wall, looking like it might have been somewhere to put like prayers. It might have a religious significance. It's hard to exactly say, but it's less of a statue and more like some type of, not like a podium, but more of some type of shelf-like structure that clearly looks like it was probably meant to have something placed upon it, either candles or maybe a painting or an idol of some kind, but whatever would have been there is not there.
Okay. On his way across, Nonetheless would have just stopped by and looked it over a good, 6 seconds or so. Not terribly long, just looking at it, inspecting it. Would you like him to roll anything or no?
I'd say, you would, if you kind of expect it, actually get close to looking at it, think you'd see a little bit of writing and some other things. Do a religion check.
Religion? I'm good at those.
Yes.
19.
Okay. This seems to be a little slightly unexpected, not deeply unexpected. Maybe given the amount of stuff going on, you might have forgotten or might not have known. But this settlement was largely was settled by a couple of different groups, mainly Goliaths. But of those clans, the stuff you've seen so far, more so when you're outside and kind of in that initial high up weird catacomb thing, was stuff relative to the Northeater clan. This thing seems to be not that. This looks to be some type of shrine dedicated to oh shit. I just have it off the top of my head. Who's the winter god? Scotty.
Oslo?
There we go.
Oh.
No, Scotty. It seems to be dedicated to Scotty, but there's no idol present, and there may have been one at some point. And with a 19, that's where we'll get to funky shit. It seems to be that this was at one point a short-term place where a necklace was placed, and you can tell that because there seems to be inlined like carvings of where that necklace would be, and it looks like that necklace would have had a arrowhead on it, which would imply, based on what you understand of that group, that this would have been one of the Verkferi of that clan.
Understood.
However, given the odd placement of this place in this room, it likely was a weird place to have it, if that was what that was. Given this isn't like the end of a grand temple or anything. Drot, you notice what appears to be, well, you have wide range. Okay, one, there's a weird leafy cage. Two, there's a lot of there's a weird skeletal shelf and some other things. But to get to actual importance here, you do see two sleeping creatures. Given Drot's experience in the world, I'd say they know what these are. These are Quaggoths. And they see another thing. They see a door. And on that door is some writing. Given the angling, I think it might be a little hard to meet, but I'll say that you just barely be able to see it. Which is, it says, Volvana's abode. Keep out.
I am flying. So, do I make sound while moving? Ian?
I'd say. Oh boy.
On my magic dream, does
well,
it make a little chug chug sound as I float by?
Probably not. I'd say the noise it would make would be like wind sounds and whatnot, and but it would be kind of minor. So it probably would depend on how fast you're going. But if you're zooping around, I'd probably say a little bit. But otherwise, you could be, if you're being careful, you could probably be fairly silent, if not completely silent.
Yes, I will slowly go until I'm here.
Okay. Do a.
Then I will use. Then I'll use Mage Hand to open the door.
Okay. If I didn't say the thing about it being silent, I would have had you do a stealth check. But given the circumstances, I think that's fair. Okay.
Can you make a stealth check? I just confirmed I'm moving completely silently.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Let me move that. And here we go. Okay. Question.
Yeah.
As it opens. Oh boy. Oh boy. How do I want us to go about this? This is not how I thought this would happen. So I have to actually read up a reading of something real quick to see if this still happens. Okay. A blast of air and noise is... Wait. Actually, let me read it this way. Yes. A blast of air and noise is suddenly occurred right as the door is opened. It's intensive and rattles the door itself, and is so disruptive. It actually causes the Korgoths to wake up and basically bump into the wall. So intensive, it seems to immediately kill one of them. Drot, I'd like you... Wait, let me actually make sure about the range of this, just so I'm for the sake of things. Yes, I'd like you to make a dexterity saving throw. Okay. I wish I had a noise for this. I think I might. Okay. take 28 thunder damage.
Yep. We.
Let's see. Oh god, let's see. I wish I had a big loud noise for this, but it was like this horrific, or more so You know what? Fuck it. I'll say it's a scream. Oh wait, that's not what. Yeah, that works. Yeah. The creature, that seems to have awoken, kind of looks around in confusion. Roll a dexterity check. Sorry, not dexterity. Stealth check. Drot.
Yep. I'm not allowed to roll well.
Okay. The creature looks around, kind of bearing just kind of around its initial space. Real close to the floor, kind of sees the area, and almost starts to walk in, but then kind of peers to the side and sees you just kind of flying up there. Okay. Nornless and Sardonyx, you guys clearly heard that. With Sardonyx, you noticing the wall kind of rumbling all of a sudden. Drot and the others directly next to you. Roll initiative.
I have.
Would the guy, the guard, have heard it?
We're about to get to that. I'm about to get to that. But first I want to check something. Okay.
Just delete my initiative.
Yeah.
I did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit! You guys rolled it faster. I was thinking ones from last round, and you guys rolled it faster than I thought you would. I'm sorry.
11.
Mine's a 24.
Wait, why can't I no longer easily... Wait, did they change roll 20? Bruh. What? I normally am able to just easily add you to the initiative. Why can't I do that?
Right click the token. I don't know how you normally
wait.
Right click a token.
I see. I think I know what happened, and I think it's because I deleted yours. Could you roll it again on your... That's weird. I can do it with, wait. Yeah, I don't know why it's like that. I think, yeah, I can do it with the other tokens, just not yours. Just roll it again, and I'll just input the original one you got. Okay, you got 11. Let's see.
And I got 24.
Okay. Right. I
mean, you didn't change my initiative, but, you know, I'll keep a 14.
Did I not? I thought that's literally what... Oh, I did the wrong thing. Okay. Whatever. I'll keep what I...
I mean, it did just wake up.
Oh, the Quaggoth was 12, not 11. 12, you were... Okay. 11... And who else did I delete? Snowcap, what did you get initially?
I fixed
oh, wow,
my,
it's... Oh, you already switched it. Okay. Alright. Snowcap. You just heard a loud noise. And that was actually enough for this thing to kind of open its eyes and look around. They're still kind of in a sleeping position. They do have a big kind of, you know, I'd say like axe in hand or something, but they're not, you know, they're still grumbly. They just kind of open their eyes and you're not even sure if they fully see you yet, despite you being kind of in front of you. What'd you do?
Oh! I'm gonna, do my, favorite,
Do they have the prone condition? As they are laying
I'd say I was thinking more of like they're sitting down and kind of laying back kind of. I'd say they'd probably be more like this, like laying with their head kind of against the wall. But so yeah, I guess they're not standing or anything. They're definitely kind of like their knees are.
I wouldn't call that prone. No,
Crouched.
prone is laying on the ground.
No. Okay, so they're not prone. Yeah, I kind of had it, but their idea that their back was kind of against. They're not literally fully laying on the ground. They were like their back was leaning against something, so it would have been like more sitting.
Wait, hold on. I fucked that up. I should have rolled that at advantage. Because that's a creature that didn't take a turn, so.
Also,
Keep in mind, from their perspective, this is absolutely a surprise round. Like, more so than the other. The other thing I'll say is not quite in that case, but it's definitely a surprise round for this person, so I'm not going to do their first turn.
And you can use the other one for the third attack.
Okay.
Just don't count the sneak attack for the first one I rolled.
Well, the question is, do your attacks hit?
I'd say yes. That first one definitely hits.
A 15 hits?
Oh, wait, I didn't see that one. I'm sorry.
A 15, a 20,
But yeah,
and
a 15
31.
does hit. A 15 does hit. Yes,
Cool.
those all hit. How much damage you do? Okay. Let's see. Uh,
32 damage.
yeah, they're dead. How do you want to kill them?
Just a round of 3 arrows just hurls towards this guy. This guy has no time to react before each arrow punctures his skull.
All right. They kind of roll a 1d4 for me. If you get
Sure.
a 1 or a 4, I'm gonna say they kind of stay in their position a little bit. If it's a 2 or a 3, I'm gonna say they kind of, your body kind of awkwardly bends down a little bit, making them kind of not lean against the door. Okay, they're leaning against the door still. If anything, they're more leaning against it more now that you kind of pinned them against it. Okay. All right. Now, Griffa, you just watched a sleeping person immediately die via a, honestly, fairly impressive archer. What do you do?
Do I see anyone else around me? Besides...
See? Let me see if you do. In the very distance, you can see a cage that has some strange thing in it. And past that, you can see another cage that has something strange in it. If you'd like, you can use your turn to kind of like roll a perception check and kind of try to use your hearing to see if you hear anyone else moving around or anything, or if there's anyone who because it possibly that noise made someone wake up, but it's kind of so sudden it'd be hard to get a great answer, but you can try.
I jump back a little bit from the fucking goddamn JFK assassination I just saw. But I would slowly make my way over to this corpse and loot it, see if I can find any keys, anything of use, anything of value, basically. As in keys for the cages.
Okay.
I don't want a shed key.
All right.
I want a shed key.
Roll a investigation check.
Damn.
You find a couple keys on a chain. You see another key that looks like that's made of bone, and the door behind him looks like kind of bone. But that initial set of keys looks like it might be for the cages.
Alright, I take those and fuck. Yeah, I can't make it to there. I would sprint to about here. That's 40 feet, so I can move for now.
Okay.
Good shot, by the way. Just next time, warning or something.
Oh, you didn't hear it?
No, believe it or not, you are surprisingly stealthy, and
Not what I'm
That-
talking about.
that scared me a little.
Okay. I will say, as you end your turn, you do see an ogre, which looks groggy, but their eyes are open, kind of looking around, having heard a noise. And that's who you will end your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. I am going to have. Okay, we missed that turn. No, it's your turn. What do you do?
Rush over to see what happened to Drop.
You had heard a loud noise. It looks to be like a door was opened and then like kind of a like shattering noise, I guess, again, just almost in a scream kind of formed, kind of right as it happened, which caused the whole little area of ruins around you to shake, and a violent wave of like, I guess, noise energy kind of came from it, and Drott looks like they're kind of injured by that, with a little blood near where their ears would be if they were a mammal.
Drop, what happened? Are we under attack?
Yeah.
Door? Yes, we're in door. Is this thing awake? I'm moving way too close.
Yeah, this thing looks like it might have died. This one looks awake and ready to pounce.
I will cast Firebolt on it. Where's my spell? Does an 18 hit?
Yes.
That is 13 fire damage to this creature.
Okay. Given the damage it took from the blast of energy, the sound energy, that's actually enough to kill it. How do you want to kill it?
No unique way, just I cast a firebolt at it and snuff it out. It starts burning, smoldering. And I back up a little bit because I don't see any more enemies, but I want to keep my vision open. That's my turn.
Alright, Drott, your turn. Do you, given the circumstance, you can either assume, well, let me actually make sure range of vision you have so I can make determinations. You can either kind of move around, or if you want, you can kind of, I'll let you just determine, but from your end, you're not clear if other things heard that or not. It's loud enough that you would assume, but you also don't know the full orientation of this greater room, so there might not be more. You don't know.
Is the door open?
Yes.
I will go in then.
Okay. What's your passive perception?
A whole whopping 14.
Okay. If there was some type of special insignia on the door, you don't you don't just casually see it when you walk past the door. It's just flayed open. What you see in the room is there seems to be a table, a couple weird tables, one of which has a weird brownish moss going on it. You see an okayish bed, a trough of water, a cauldron with a bunch of like candles on it, what seems to be a pillowcase full of something, and then a little like side chest. It seems to have a scroll on it.
Ah. Guess I will go to the scroll. Where is that on the map?
I have it visualized right here on the chest. It seems to be on top of the chest. The chest is closed, but not locked.
I'll open it.
There are 4 additional scrolls.
I'll just grab them all and that'll be my turn. Just fucking
Okay.
scoop them up.
Alright. They look like they might be spell scrolls. Okay. Giant northern caterpillar, also known as Jevaboo. You have a little fellow on top of you. As the noise is made, you kind of hear a rustling. You did hear a rustling in the bushes, and you seem to hear an odd sound.
Oh, chicken. Okay. Where did I hear the noise coming from? Did I hear it coming from like this top part? Did I hear it
It
coming
seems to be coming from. Sorry, I was talking about that. It seems to be coming from inside the cage, in that mush of leaves and bushes and other plant material that's kind of loosely packed in there.
Sorry, there's like a big like wind and horn sound. The one that started the combat.
That. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, that sounded like it came over from here. The clucking
Okay.
sounded like it came from here. I'm sorry.
Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna move along the wall. Oh, yeah. There's no one else. 2, 3, 4. I'm just gonna go there and chill. I'm gonna try to like stealth. So let's see how
Alright.
good I can do that. Boom. 19.
Okay, that's good.
Stealth and 19. Okay.
I'd
that's
say
gonna be my-
Normalist almost doesn't notice you. Oh, but they definitely do though.
Alright, that's gonna be my turn.
Okay. Tourmaline, what do you do? You would be able to get through the space, by the way, it'd just be a slight squeeze. You did hear an odd little sound from here. Additionally, you seem to see a couple cages. There's something in here you can't quite make out. There's a really hideous looking rat man boy thing creature, whatever it may be. You don't know what the hell it is. In this one, it seems to, well, it seems luckily still asleep, but maybe it's not facing your direction, so it might have opened its eyes. You're not sure and you don't want to know. Let me put this guy back here. There may be something in here, but eventually, the thing you do notice, I'd say, is this big ogre that seems to have, you know, possibly just woken up. What would you like to do?
I'm going to end my turn here.
Okay. Snow Camp. What do you do?
I am going to one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I want And I think that's where I'm gonna probably end my turn. Actually, no. I am going to. Does that thing rely on dark vision to see me?
Let me see. What thing? The potential thing in here, or do you mean the ogre?
Ogre.
No, yeah, it does have dark vision. But are you in a lit up space? You are not next to a candle, so I guess no. Well,
Also hasn't really taken a turn in combat.
yeah, I mean you're close-ish to, yeah. I'd say yeah. So I'd say technically, yeah. No, I mean it would if you're in a dark space, yes. And albeit,
It
let me
hasn't
just see
taken a
how
turn in
much
combat.
light is being lifted by
Was it turn skipped in combat?
You are technically in the space of light, but yeah, no, it has not. It would have skipped its turn because the first
Great.
turn because of a surprise round. But yeah, no, so it hasn't. But you're technically within the light of your ally, who's, you know, just at the very edge of it. Okay. Those both hit. Alright, this thing seems relatively injured. It kind of lets out a kind of a mild grunt. As you kind of pin some arrows into it. It's not enough to have killed the thing, but it's definitely pretty nasty. Is that your turn?
Yep.
Alright. Okay. Now it's a wondrous Greffa's turn. Let's go.
Oh, how delightful. Yes, I would like to rage. And with that, I'll quickly roll a d8. And with a 6. Oh, cool. I have a +1 to my AC, and anyone who's within 10 feet of me will also have a +1 to their AC. And you see Grapha kind of start to spark up in all sorts of wondrous colors, hues of pink and deep blues as he charges off towards this creature, drawing the odd sword from his back, and he gives the creature 2 nasty strikes with his sword.
Alright.
That is a
That hits.
20 and a 20.
Would you like to... Okay, I'm gonna hide that. Just since, for secret reasons. But those do
Okay.
hit.
Alright, and I think I would like to add that d4.
How would you like to... Okay, go for it. Also, how would you like to kill it?
Oh, Jesus. With the first attack, I would like to kind of bring it to, like, cut one of its legs off to bring it down to my level, and then with the upswing, I'd like to just cleave its throat.
Alright. It kind of makes a nasty guttural noise as you do so, but it's definitely dead. And kind of falls back against like a ruin a little bit. Yes. These enemies seem
Was
a
it
lot...
speaking Dutch?
But speaking Dutch? What?
Guttural.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe. Probably not.
Blah.
Ooh. Is that your turn?
I can move No, wait, I can still move 10 feet, I think. I would... I'd move there.
Okay.
That'll be my turn.
All right, Norlis.
Mr. Strut, what are you doing in there? Hello?
I'm guessing Norlis would read what's on the door before, like,
I thought the door was smashed to pieces.
no, it was
Like-
opened.
Then how could I read the door if the door's open?
As you'd walk in, you'd probably see what's on the door.
Do I?
Okay. What's your passive perception?
18.
Okay. You see two things written on the door. Well, actually, sorry. First, you see the written like Volvana's abode, stay out. However, now that it's gone off, I've said I might recon part of not recon. I'll just say for the sake of it, and given circumstances, you would notice that there seems to be kind of a little sigil of some kind that seems to have been there or something. Right underneath the E of the word abode. That was kind of small, but noticeable, just barely.
I see.
Now that you've kind of given a chance to see it. And it's given your skills of wizardry, I'd say that you'd know that would have been likely a spell of some kind. Probably, likely, we can a glyph of some
warding.
sort. Yeah, we could say that. Actually, I didn't know if I would fully say that. But yeah, I think a glyph of warding that had gone off.
Okay. What do I see in the room, I guess?
Okay. You see.
I guess I'll take
looks to
my
be there's
action and make a perception check because I'm not doing anything else.
Sure.
Cool.
Sure.
Natural one, baby. Let's go. Let's get it. There we are. 18. Literally 18.
Oh.
That's
you
funny.
have an iron deficiency, and when you stand up, everything goes weird.
You're right.
Mhm.
So same as my passive, I just rolled an 18 for an active perception check.
All right. What you notice is there seems to be a chest that had scrolls in it, but you actively see Draught having kind of, there's a chest that looks like it had something in it that Draught kind of grabbed and put in a little bag. And I'd say if it's not like perfect, you'd probably see scrolls hanging out of Draught's little bag. Additionally, there is a table here with some type of weird moss growing on it. There's a decent enough bed. A water trough, a barrel, 2 stools, a cauldron full of with a bunch of candles on it, and then another table with some type of pillowcase or something that's stuffed full of something, and with a 18 perception, I'd say that you'd notice that it looks like it kind of has a little like scroll peeking out one side of it, and you see it kind of has a weird smell to it. There seems to be stuff with a bunch of weird stuff. It looks like there's some a couple dead spiders near it that you kind of now notice. So maybe it might be full of dead spiders and a scroll. But it kind of looks like, given the angling of it, it might have something a bit heavier inside.
Alrighty. I'm at my current full movement, and I've used my action to make a perception check, so I can't move further. I'm just curious, did you say in the beginning there was someone in this room that Draught saw, or no? Am I misremembering? I'm making things up in
No,
my
there's
head.
no one in this room.
Okay. That's my turn, that's all I can do. I can't move more.
Okay. Draught, what would you like to do?
Nothing. I'll just I'll stay here. I'll end my turn.
All right. I'd say, given the circumstances, all you guys choose. Do you want to end combat, or do you want to keep combat up in terms of in case there may be other enemies around?
I think we leave the initiative order as is, and if more enemies arise, we maintain this initiative order. Is the smartest. That's my opinion, though.
I'm good with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that works.
Just noticed I was muted. Yes, that is smart.
Okay. Alright.
I always feel weird looking through people's rooms, even if they are hag related. See, you have no such issues doing so, Mr. Drott.
Rule 46 in the Cobalt Code. Personal space is just a myth.
Oh, that's fair.
All right, what have you found? Was there someone in here?
Paper. Scroll.
You found
And Droll,
scrolls.
like, Droll just hold them up.
I would love to take a look at those at some point if you would let me. That'd be well, not now because I can't do much with them at the moment. I'd need to identify them properly. What is
Do
that?
you guys do it?
What? Go ahead.
What is what?
What's up, Ian?
Oh, I'm sorry. You say that. Were you pointing at the pillowcase or something else?
Yeah, but I want to hear what you had to say.
I was gonna ask you if that's what you're gonna do next. Honestly.
Then yes, the answer is yes. I'm about to. And Snowcap is moving at Mach 4. Just all around.
Yeah,
the
you are
fucking
moving a
map.
bit fast. What did
Sorry, I thought that the door would be like I thought that the door would be this way.
Okay. Well, either way, you went fast. I don't know if I even saw the route you went. Where did you go this way or this way?
That's not
I
horribly
went
important,
this
but
way.
yeah.
Okay, in that case, I have a. I'd say that you would have heard the clucking sound as well, so you kind of moved past there, but it kind of lessened. And seeing the strange things in the cages, but okay, whatever, that works. Okay, so for the the sack,
Yes.
do you want me to describe it, or would you like Drott to describe it?
Why would I be able to describe it? I've been in this room just as long.
I know. Okay, in that case, well, I was giving you an opportunity to do
Nope.
like it's a pillowcase full of shit.
Oh.
And then but yeah, it's okay. It appears to
Very
be a
core.
pillowcase that seems to have been turned into a little bag of sorts, full of a variety of things. Do you grab it and look through it, or do you just kind of try to look at it from a distance, or try to engage with caution?
I'd like to
How do you want
make
to go about it?
a general perception check of the room. How recently lived in does this room look like? Does it look like we just missed someone? I'm curious currently. Before we go digging
It
around.
seems
more.
like it's possible that someone could have been here in the last, 8 hours. It may have been that someone was here 4 hours ago. It does not look like someone had gotten up in the last hour.
Like
As
no
in the
candles
bed
burning,
looks
no
made.
cups of water.
The candles are burning. The candles are burning. Actually, yeah, I take it back. The candles are burning, but just very lightly at this point. It looks like half the candles on the thing are now out, and there's only a handful of candles still lit.
Okay. Just out of curiosity, I'm going to... Did you look under the bed? And Norlis looks under the bed to see if there's anything there.
Okay.
Any monsters under
You
there?
find a very, very well stealthed kobold looking directly at you.
Ah!
Oh shit!
Trot, it's one of you.
There is only one of me. I killed the rest.
I hate you. You know what time
What?
it is. Hello, little friend. What are you... It's rude to ask what you're doing here when we're intruding, but what are you doing here?
Hiding? I was looking for keys.
Okay, so you're not with the hags then, I assume?
Complicated. They enslave us and make us do things, and if we decide to do our own thing, they kick us down the pit or upper pits upstairs. And if we
Well, I
escape,
think I know
then
what
we'll get
keys
eaten
are.
by the sea monsters. It's not fun.
Right, okay. Are you the owner of this room? I'm guessing, are you...
No,
Looks back at the door. Are you Volvana?
no.
Okay, what can you tell
She's
us?
mean.
I mean, are they also a hag? Or...
They're a hag, yes, a wicked one.
Okay.
They're quite strong. I don't know if they're quite as strong as some of the other his Rachilda or Griskilba, but they're up there.
Okay. If you wish to continue hiding, you could. I don't wish to put you out, but we are likely going to do a quick search of the room for anything that could be useful in keeping us alive and safe, and continue on our way to... Goodness, I don't even know what we're doing here anymore. Didn't we find everything?
And the
we-
hags
We're here to kill the hags, to finish off the rest of the hags.
and the bowstring.
Right, yes, that was it. That was the big one I was forgetting.
Just don't. As you kind of look at them, you do notice that it seems to be they don't look very injured, and neither does the room. Meaning the explosion that went off was directional.
Okay. How young do they look?
How young do they look? Well, as a kobold, they could probably be somewhere between.
As a kobold, I think it's actually stated it's basically near impossible for like non-kobold people to actually know shit like that.
Yeah, you're not sure. I'd say they might be 4, they might be 16, they might be 8. Kobolds tend to age faster than humans. Some kobolds can get really old. Most kobolds die before they're 20.
Do they look at adulthood, which apparently is age 6? Do they look like a fully mature kobold?
When you say apparently, did I just tell you it was age 6 and I just forgot I
No,
said that?
I
Or did you
looked.
look
I
that up
looked it
online?
up because I was curious about what Dre said to see if that was accurate or not. But kobolds reach
Okay,
adulthood
I'd
at
say-
age 6 and can live up to 120 years, but rarely do so.
They look like they're probably an adult, but they look kind of young for one. But again, you don't really know.
No, but that's fine.
They could be stunted by the fact that they're enslaved by hags that can stunt
Yeah.
growth.
Or they could be younger than that and just be intensive experience cause them to age a little bit.
Okay.
Mature.
I am not asking about secret treasure. That is enough information for me.
Really? You're not gonna look you're not gonna look at the pillow? Okay.
No, sorry. I meant
Who
like
is-
I'm not poking at their age any more than that because it's not important. To
Oh, I thought you
normals.
said secret treasure. and I
No,
was
that's
like,
what I meant. His age is not a secret treasure. Like I'm not like, all right, I need to know this right now.
Okay.
But no, Norlis
Dr-
would
Drops.
mage hand the bag open, the pillowcase,
Okay. There's a bunch of dead spiders.
like just tumbling out of it.
Yeah.
Ugh, that's
There's
foul.
a scroll. There's a bone of some kind, which upon like looking slightly more looks to be like I'd say a humerus.
I can never tell with these things. Give
Or
me
it might be a
moment.
humerus. It could be one of those. One of the like limb bones. But it looks like a limb bone. And then what seems to be like a small but meaningful vial of some kind of liquid.
Right.
With it seems to have a label on it, I will say.
Okay, I can never tell exactly what these things are without using this, so... And Nornless starts doing a minor chant in Infernal. And casts Detect Magic. Which I put up 0
Okay.
for. I just want to know if
I am in the assumption that what I'm about to tell you is magic. I don't. This is probably the only group of items I'm not sure if they would technically not be. But
all
I'm for the
potions are
sake of this, I'm
considered
gonna say they're magic.
magical, and all scrolls are considered magical if those
All
two.
potions. Does that include a certain group of potions that they have a side room for?
All potions, as far as
Okay,
I
in that
say,
case,
I
yes.
say
Okay,
that
this is magic
because when you're in the radius of an orb of annihilation, potions also do not work with their healing capabilities because it innates all magic. So potions are innately magical, is how I've always interpreted that.
then. Okay. It seems to be labeled oil of Tagit. And it is magical.
Okay. Is there anything else magical I sense in the room besides the scroll
Yes.
and Drot's scrolls
The kobold seems to have something magical on them.
around their neck?
Why you? Did I say they were wearing something?
No, that was a question. Because my instant thought is, oh, they have an enslavement collar.
No, it's not around it. I'd say that this doesn't actually. They look like they have a. You don't actually see something around their neck. You do see what looks to be like a, or you did see if you kind of got a good look at them, like a kind of a shackle on their foot, with like, I guess each ankle with little chains beneath. But it looks like they kind of cut at it or something, so it looks to be that there's no like dangling chains. Otherwise, they would probably make a lot of noise and they crawled out under the bed.
Okay. Anything else in this room?
Yes, there is something magical in the barrel.
Excuse me, little one. I'll look in the barrel.
Okay. You find you find a couple like bits of leather here there, some like sausages, and then underneath some of that, you find what appears to be a little vial, containing what seems to be something labeled drow poison.
Alrighty. Young kobold, don't believe you gave us a name. Do you have something magical on you? I'm just curious.
I did steal something. Yeah.
Might I see it? I don't plan on taking it from you by force or anything like that. I'm just curious.
They kind of move their positioning a little bit. Okay, before we go on, I just realized something I did not bring up. This time, have you been carrying Whale Daughter or no?
Oh.
I have completely forgot about that because it wasn't on the battle map.
I'd
Obviously,
also completely forgotten about that. Yeah, no. Just over my shoulder, yes.
Okay. I'd say that they might be awake. At least, I'd say they haven't spoken to you yet, but given the noise, it's possible that might have woken them up. It
Okay.
might not have. You don't know.
Heard.
Okay. Back to the thing. I say, yes, my name, I go by Whittle. That's me. But yes, they kind of shift their, cloak a little bit, and they kind of show you the inside of it, and as they do so, it looks a lot more detailed on the inside. It looks like a decorative cloth piece with, like, all sorts of, like, details on it that look like images of, Norse gods and all sorts of other things. It's clear it's it honestly could be a Verk fairy, but the idea that this person just having that's kind of wild. It's most likely something they must have stolen from this room or another. Or the way they got free, given their shackles are broken at their legs.
That is a very lovely cloak, Whittle. I think it's, at a glance, a very powerful item. Where did you happen to... You said you stole it. From where? From one of the hags, I assume?
Yes, it had gone between different hags, but I had taken it from, well, where even was it? I believe it was in the other room, the room with that big the cube, and I was in there and I managed to get it, and it let me break things, and I was able to kind of jump a little farther and other shit. I got in here, and I think
so
that's where this was supposed to be. I was gonna put it back so they wouldn't think it was really stolen, but
it empowers you
I kind of got
physically
stuck
and
in
makes
here.
you stronger?
It kind of. It let me jump a little better.
Fascinating.
I don't fully know what it does.
I would love to identify it, but it would take some time to do so, and I wouldn't ask you to simply part with it. I'm no common thief.
I think,
Are you an advanced thief?
No, that would be, I don't know who that would be. No one here. Maybe you use no cap?
I'm not a thief.
I've seen you with skitsy fingers before.
Drought, how you feeling? Do you have another subject for your Kobold Kingdom? Wait,
Okay,
is Drought here?
maybe.
Well, while we're waiting for them to respond, there's other people elsewhere if they wanted to have spotlight.
Yay! Good. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, good. I'm gonna move on to the rest of the group. Other three. I'm forgetting something. I think. Okay, whatever. Oh shit! Oh fuck! Give me a second. I'm sorry. I need to take this. I meant to type something. I'm sorry. I got sidetracked. Are you about to order?
Yeah, I'll take 2 large pies.
Dr. Pepper.
How we feeling on cheesy crust?
Hell yeah.
Okay, that's a resounding yes on the cheesy crust.
Are you doing the Key and Peele thing?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I had a
One of
Turkish
the
kebab
reasons
the other day.
American... Oh, you took a what the other day?
I had a Turkish kebab.
They are fucking devious.
Never had.
You don't
I
really
should-
see them in the States,
Nah.
unless you live in a city.
I shit you not, the only reason y'all need to visit Germany is because we have the most fucking devious food for when you're drunk. Get
it's all
yourself
fucking meat.
No, it's not all meat, you fucking tardigrade.
Ah, yeah. There's some cheese in there too.
No! There is lettuce, there is cucumber, there's tomatoes, there's
Pickled
onions.
vegetables.
Pickled onions, bro. Those fucking pickled onions, bro. I
Oh,
swear to
so you're just eating normal Europe food.
See,
Can I
no,
just say-
No, but with turkey
because I was
spices
about to say with
like
actual spices on it, you know.
Yeah.
we have
I'm not
like
gonna take that from a Brit, by the way, mate. The war
Yeah,
We conquered,
I could eat normally.
we conquered
Okay.
countries just to steal more spices.
Just to not
We
use
have
them in your
pickled
fucking
onions here.
food.
okay,
Beans and toast every day, isn't it?
red pickled cabbage is the way to go, though. That shit's fucking bomb. But I guess it's not like
amen.
that shit's the way to
Amen.
go.
Amen, brother. Amen.
Also, for pickled onions, or what were you saying?
Oh,
Or
y'all make me
that's
hungry as fuck. Stop this.
that's more of like in the here, like that's associated to some degree with like Mexican food to some degree. Also,
Like-
also at like smokehouses and things.
Look, Mexican food, dope as fuck. Ain't gonna say nothing against that.
I'm gonna have to ask you about that later because I want to know what Mexican food's is like in Europe because I feel like it's probably odd. Okay, back to things.
I could not find a Mexican restaurant.
There's
spent
one in
2
every
weeks.
corner in America.
I know. You can get a good taco anywhere.
I,
As long as they don't speak English.
Hell
In
yeah.
England, we don't have Mexican restaurants, we just have Greg's.
That's bullshit.
You say we have
Okay,
Greg's?
I
What
would
the
not-
fuck? What is Greg? That is so.
I got a
don't
friend
even- I don't
named
even
Greg.
wanna
I would
know.
not trust anything. named on
Okay,
it.
guys. Before we get derailed,
I was gonna get
Okay.
back to that. Okay. I will say, Greffa, you see in the cage, the thing kind of stands up and turns around and looks at you. I'm gonna make its token bigger so you can see what it looks like. It's like this.
oh fuck no, I stab it.
You stab it in the cage.
Fuck yeah, look at that fucking thing. It has no
Okay.
eyelids.
It's in the cage. What do you mean? It's not doing nothing. It's just a little guy. It's not his fault he's ugly.
Yeah.
No,
It's
yeah,
in a
no, it is.
cage.
It is his fault. It's probably in a cage because he's ugly.
It's in a cage. Be nice.
We're literally
It
in a
babbles and
football tag.
screeches as you stab it. Roll for damage.
Do I get advantage? Because you know we kind of can't.
Sure. In this cruel act of harming a defenseless creature.
Beautiful. I'll throw in a little bit of extra spice.
Died 2025, born 2025. Welcome back, Yagram.
Hey, not my fault. That thing is hideous. I will stand for a lot of things. If a fucking creature looks at me without eyelids, it's dying.
Okay, that you managed to kill it. This thing was not clinging on very well. It looks like its stomach was not distended. Didn't look like it was eating much. You kill it. It's a bit upsetting, but maybe not. You do notice someone else kind of sees you. Oh shit! Wrong thing here. There we go. Another person in one of this other cage seems to see you do that. They kind of look at you. Full disclosure, I saw. Actually, I'm not even gonna say it. I don't want to spoil anything. Hello.
Do you have eyelids?
You see? They look to be a well. Oh, actually, before all that, roll a roll a d20.
Oh hell yeah! 10.
Okay,
Mediocre.
roll a d6.
Fuck. 2.
Okay, yeah, you feel like you've seen this person once before, and you don't know why. They're not someone who you think you know a lot about, but you feel like you've seen this person once. You don't remember the context or what. Describe this person. They're kind of reptilian looking, but they have white skin. Their eyes are almost albino, but not quite. I'll make them a little big. They seem kind of like they have a decent build to them.
Dude looks sick as fuck. I unlocked the
That's it.
cage.
You have the keys. Okay. Within the cage, there also is what looks to be a halfling of sorts, albeit a muscular halfling that looks like they are dead. They look to have died in some way.
What
a
you
bit
do
of
to
blood
the
on their face.
what you do to the short guy? I say right before I put the key in, like stopping right before it.
He was gonna rat me out, and he was going to. He was insulting my brother. And he was gonna get the like he. They tried to break off one of my fingernails or my claws to. I don't know, because they needed it to. I think they thought they could use it to like escape somehow. They didn't like me. I didn't like him.
I mean, I've got the key to your freedom right here. How many
think that's
fingernails do you have?
Depends on what you count as a finger claws, I guess. 10, well, currently. I could have had 9, but I lucked out. As I said, they didn't succeed.
Show me your fingernails.
They show you their claws of sorts. They look like okay. There is a crack in one of them. Towards like the one near their pinky, but yeah. Actually, wait, let me actually look at the. Let me see if it actually shows how many fingers they have. No, not really.
You see the kind of on the right thumb.
1,
Let's see it.
2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yeah.
Will you let
Well,
me out? My name's Og. I'm not from around here. From down.
okay. I put
It's
the key in. I let him out. Come on, out you go. Out you go.
This is the farthest up I've been, I think.
Well, you're at the lowest pit I've ever been, so
Really? Oh, okay. I guess.
not technically. I've been lower before.
I think the only place I've been that was closest to this was Vetberg. I've not been on the surface, but I've been in the land beneath Vetberg. Or what I've heard is Vetberg. Used to sell things with my brother. We were traders.
and they start to kind of walk around and they look at the caterpillar and sardonyx, or not sardonyx, sorry, tourmaline. They're kind of iffy. They don't seem to. They kind of look at the thing you killed and they are. It doesn't look like you're not really sure what their opinion is of it or not. They kind of look away in mild disgust, maybe, but it's hard to tell.
You, lizard man. What is that thing?
I honestly don't know. I think the hags made it. I'm not sure.
So it is of hag descent.
Maybe.
So
I don't know what it is. It would like spit saliva at the daytime and like it made a noise and it was really weird, and they fed it sometimes but they stopped feeding it after a while. And it got hungry and started like I think there might have been like some say there was another like there was a little guy, or I don't know if it were a kobold or what, that it ate at some point, but I don't know if it actually did that.
I open the gate and I want to look through what this creature has on it, if it has anything on it at all.
It seems to have like a loincloth tied to its leg. Or closer to maybe like a handkerchief, now that you kind of get a better look at it. Regardless, it's tied to its leg. Otherwise, it's not wearing any clothes. Are you trying to necessarily look inside of it to see if it ate anything, or look around its cage, or what are you necessarily doing?
Just trying to discern if it's got anything of value, if it has any properties, so kind of like nature, kind of like, is its skin
Sure.
good for like fucking emergency band-aids or something?
Roll a survival check.
Oh. Yo!
You could probably make what was it called? What are those bandages you use for blisters?
Compressed packs?
There was a term
Moleskin.
for it. It's like moleskin. You feel like you could probably
Oh.
make some moleskin bandages from its skin.
Alright. I drag it out of the cage and lay it like right here.
Okay.
I'll need some help with this. I gotta I've got a feeling that with this thing's skin, we could make a few very handy utilitarian items. Would you three be so kind as to help me?
Certainly, I've not my first forte. I can do so greatly. Okay.
Tourmaline, Jevabu.
I'll pass. I don't
Alright.
touch that thing.
You what?
I don't want to touch that thing.
Understandable. That is a hideous
I
thing.
can smell it from here.
Oh shit, that's Jeffries! You hear Nock Van Noken say,
What are you?
a little fella.
No, but what are you?
A Noken. Me?
Okay.
Yes, you. Oh, what did
Oh
you
shit,
do?
Jevabu's transforming now.
Whoa, fuck!
Okay.
I was
that
gonna
was
pick up and
Jeffries.
look in.
It was a guy named Jeffries they made into that thing.
Was he a good person?
I don't know.
Right.
Little one, what can you tell us about the pathways of this place?
Let's see. I think over here there's just a bunch of stuff. There's like some skeletons. Over there. These points over there. Here's some beds. There might be kobolds. There might not be. I don't know. If you want to go down to the Underdark over that way, but I wouldn't. I think the ladder's broke. Outside is that way. Down over here. Actually, yeah. To your to my let's see. So I'll orientate their body so we can be the most accurate in terms of this. Yeah, to my right, there should be an exit. There's some. You have to jump over some spikes that will take you out to the beach. Which I should probably mention. There was an island that was moving last time I saw. That should be interesting. But yeah. And then if you want to go upstairs, it's down that way behind me. That's where I thought we were going. Because I thought you guys weren't after. Well, Gritskilba, I thought, but you know. And then towards this way, that's where they have the cube.
The who?
Like to guard the cube.
What's cube?
It's a big, kind of gelatinous, but not like normal. Not like a normal gelatiny cube, fella. It's like a big thing. They store people in, but they only have one at a time. I think they might have two. I don't know. I don't know how many people are stored in it, but it's like it's a special prison.
What type of people go into it?
People that the hags want to preserve, who are important. I think.
Preserve for what?
I don't know, but I don't think you age while you're in it.
Can you guide us?
You want to go there? I thought you want to go upstairs.
We want to go where the bowstring is.
I thought that was upstairs. Isn't wait. We discussed this in the other place. It's
Yeah.
like yeah. If it's upstairs, the reason I think it's upstairs is I think that Gritskilba's upstairs. Her lair isn't technically here, but she hangs out here enough. She's probably in the portal room, or maybe like at one of the balconies, maybe in like in what's that thing called? Maybe the chapel of what was it, Swalla? Maybe there. I don't know. There's that harpy. Not harpy. The hag. Or, no, it was a siren, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah. But one place I don't think she'll be upstairs is those other catacombs. It's the ghosts in there, and they don't tend to want us going in there. But yeah, they might be upstairs. I think if they're here.
Well, I think we should wait on the others and see what they say, no?
Yeah, that sounds reasonable.
How
If you
about
wanna
you
go to
hop
the-
on my show? Little one.
Okay. Yeah, if you want to go to the cube, we can go to the cube, but I don't know, it's probably guarded by other people. Actually, you know what? That could be another place she might be, but I don't know. I don't think so. Bovana typically guards that place, and more normally, Grigilfa, but you killed her, I think.
Mhm. We'll have to see what the others say. And I will pick up the note and put it on my shoulder.
Okay. I would like, Greffa, as you are cutting things, do a survival check to see how. I guess you already did do a survival check. Wait, I could just use.
I'm gonna help Greg.
Okay, roll another one. Let's see if you get a higher score than 19.
Nice.
Oh, you do. Okay, I'm gonna say you managed to cut into it pretty well. Og's kind of guiding you as well a little bit. But yeah, you're making decent cuts into this thing to cut out for moleskin. I'd say you might be able to make leather armor of some kind, possibly. Albeit you don't have the skills to do that necessarily, but someone could. Do you take the handkerchief that was tied to her leg off, or no?
Yeah, I take it off and just kind of stuff it in the pocket.
Okay.
Okay, who
You
sniggered
look
there?
at it?
Who sniggered there?
That was me.
Okay,
Wait,
for a
but-
second I thought it was Ian and I fucking shat myself.
No. I would like you to. Did you look at it or just kind of put it away?
I just put it away. I didn't
Okay.
pay much attention to it.
Okay, write down handkerchief in your inventory.
Yes.
Okay. Back to the other group. What are you guys doing?
I
Drop.
love the cobalt.
A new comrade for your kingdom.
I'm not speaking to you.
Well, what?
You! Small
Me-
cobalt.
I know what you would tell me. Can you get these things off my legs? I got the chain off, but I couldn't get the rest. I mean,
I'll
what
have
you
a
want?
look at the cuffs.
They look to be iron cuffs. They look like they've for some means gotten the chain off, but they haven't done the rest.
So where's like the link point in them?
I'd say towards the inner knee with like the link points like on the inner side of each. Or as in it's when I say inner side, I mean it's like between their legs.
Am I able to use my hammer and a python to break them?
You could try.
All right,
What you doing?
gonna break the cuffs.
Okay, you could do that. While we're doing that, what did you want me to tell you? What did you need?
Are there more kobolds around?
I think so. There's some upstairs. There should be some around here, albeit I think something happened. I had a buddy 2 days ago that Brosik did something with, but I haven't seen them. There's some. I think that was upstairs, but there was some more around here somewhere, but I don't know what happened.
Right.
There's a resting place near here, but they're mostly gone. I think. I don't know.
All right. What do I need to roll to do the thing to break them?
I'd say your choice of strength or maybe sleight of hand.
Strength. Never athletics.
I mean,
It does say for athletics to all break something. The literal description of athletics.
why can you see the GM layer, Snowcap? What?
I don't know. I refreshed and now I can't. So
That's a wild bug. What in the world? Okay, that's pretty bad. All right. I'd say with a 13. Wait, no, you didn't roll yet.
Yeah.
Roll it. Go for it.
Can I use athletics?
What's your argument for athletics?
The description of it says I can use it to break something.
Okay, that works. Okay, yeah, you break it off. I'd say you could put both off in an effective manner, but so effective you don't even make that much noise doing it, because you're able to get it off with a minimal amount of hits. Thank you.
There we go.
Yeah,
Okay.
there should be more kobolds upstairs, and I mean, maybe there might be some in Prasik's room, but I don't have good hope that they're alive.
To-do list.
But maybe
Kill all hags. Gather up the kobolds.
And find the bowstring, yes.
sometimes there's some guards in the cube
Secondary
room that they make a
objective.
surveyor, but I don't know. I just know that it's not been good for us recently.
Any reason why, particularly recently, it's been so bad?
Well, I say recently, maybe it's last month. I don't know. Just they decide to be a little more cruel and kick more of us into pits and shit. They see less reason to us. I think it's because they got the ogres. The initial idea was I think they were expecting the ogres to watch over us, but I think they decided that the ogres did our job too. I guess. I don't know. There's been some. They have some red caps they got more recently too, albeit some of them. A couple of them fought some dwarves yesterday and died. And I think Brasik killed one of them, so I don't know. They might be trying to replace us with undead. I've seen undead sometimes. They have all sorts of minions. But I wanted freedom.
Whittle, if we were to help you and your friends escape this place, would you be willing to part with that cloak of yours?
I guess it's what I've been used to get away so far. I
No,
mean,
no, that's why I'm not saying right this moment. I mean, if we successfully help you escape.
How where would you take me?
I could take you a number of places.
I can't swim. That's my point.
I have magical capabilities that could get you to settlements out of the Hag's reach.
I mean, the hags are gonna be dead soon anyway.
This is also ideally true.
Weren't you recruiting for your kingdom?
I don't know. My ancestors lived in a place called we was Dracu, but I don't think that's. I don't know what happened to that place. I don't think it's a thing anymore. I think it fell because of some dragons and some conflicts and a war. But that was a long time
Yes,
ago.
the kobold war.
Oh,
Whittle, just would you be willing to part with the cloak if we got you to safety? It's a place that you call safe.
I guess I like that. I feel like the cloaks helped me out so far and could help me out in the future. But sure, I think that's fair. I can't fight.
No.
Well, then stick to the shadows if you see something scary and continue moving with us until we escape or die. And
Okay, and if that's the case, I'll give you the cloak.
yes, excellent.
It,
Yes.
What was your name?
Oh, I'm so sorry. My name is Nornless.
Snowcap. That's Draught King thing.
Okay.
And this person I'm carrying on my shoulder is my friend, Whale Daughter. And I turn to look at her, like as I introduce unconscious Whale Daughter.
Well, daughter has like one of her eyes half open.
Oh, good morning, Sleeping Beauty.
Huh? And she tries to kind of move off you a little bit. Do you let her, or you kind of hold her still?
No, I set her down on the stool.
Oh, you did. Oh, you did.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
As I see
kind
her
of like
stirring
a-
too, I set her down on this stool right here. Hello.
What? Is it a dream? Where are we?
We're still within doors, confines.
Why are you? Oh God! For God's, oh God! I.
I'm sorry.
Okay, I can do this. Where are the dwarves? Did you see any dwarves?
Most of
Yes.
the dwarves were slain. There was one who managed to survive, and we helped bandage them up, but left them to their own devices because they did not wish to travel with us.
Where did you find me?
In a bag.
Okay, I'll take a simple answer like that for now. Did you see the... Was there a woman with a hag on a large branch? Did you see that? Are
Yes, they were
here?
slain
Are
as
they
well.
gone?
We have slain them.
But more importantly, did you see the siren? Did you
Yes.
see Lise?
We saw Lisa,
Yep.
and we believe we've helped rehabilitate her and cured her of the sickness that the hags have afflicted Miss Tourmaline by too, apparently.
I had hope that it was not her fault that she did those things.
She was under an
Thank
influence,
you.
yes.
Grumble, grumble.
Huh?
That's kind of that's like, is Will daughter looking at me?
Yeah,
Probably
they kind of
not.
look in various directions. They're mostly looking at the floor. They'll glance up every now and then, but they're mostly looking at the floor. Kind of, their hands trembling a bit. Like, they're clearly, like, kind of spooked.
Great. One of
Uh,
the fucking hags, this ugly one. Like, we thought we rescued you from the cauldron, but no, that hag was secret. That person that we thought was you gave me a hug, and apparently was a hag. Oh, grumble, grumble.
what?
Yes, no, so Mr. Snowcap is a little adverse to your person at the moment because they were tricked and hurt quite badly because of it.
I'm sorry.
It is not your fault. If anything, it is mine for jumping the gun. You are not the perpetrator here. You are. Bless you. Bless you again.
Yeah, oh god, no. Sorry, I'm just... Maybe I'm getting a little sick because of the circumstances.
Yes, yes.
Would you believe if I told you I was a sound effect that floated over Roll20?
No.
Okay. Thank you for saving me. I wasn't expecting to see you all so soon.
No, of course, we are friends. When I heard that you had been captured and I happened to be in the area, I resolved to come try and find you and bring you to safety. We traveled together, and that means something to me.
Yeah, I was with Uhtred for a while, but we went our separate ways after an argument.
Well, it's a
Not really sure
relief
what
that
to
they may
say.
not be dead yet, and I assumed that they had passed because I did not come upon them.
I don't believe they're here. I don't know. They were on a different boat than I. I believe the boat went out of the Dordil fjord, but I'm not sure.
Right. This is not the best
They
place
were
to
ahead
catch
of
up. I am
where's-
glad that you
okay.
are awake.
Can you take me out? Where's the nearest exit? I wish to leave this place at least see it outside.
I understand that, but you are not in fighting capabilities yet. It is in your best interest to stay close. We are not leaving yet. We are looking to slay the rest of the hags. And if you were to accompany,
Seen a bowstring?
if you were to come upon them while on your own devices, I worry that you would be captured or worse.
Okay.
How is your leg? Does it? I imagine it still
It
hurts, but
It
I
hurts. So it's not.
I dressed
It's
it
not
as best
as
as
bad
I
as I thought it'd
could.
be. Thank you. I don't know what to do. I think I'm done being an adventurer. This is not. I don't think this has been for me. I've done some things, and this is a bit beyond.
Yes.
I don't know. I've seen too many frightening things.
I've continued to bite off more than I can chew since I've started on my journey as well. It is daunting. I can... this is our new friend Whittle. He is among the captured kobolds here.
Hey, that
There's
works.
a-
I guess.
There's a number of places I can send you all to safety once we've gathered them and their companions together.
I would say most Velder should be fine.
I cannot send them there. Why did you think I could? Do you have a... Huh?
No, it's just a place I know well.
No, I'm speaking about magical instantaneous transport, not a safe haven.
Normalist, roll insight.
Okay. Natural 20! For a total of 23. Was not expecting that. That's funny. Do I move into a different channel?
Give me a second.
Amethyst, stop being sick. Get better. Get good.
I unfortunately cannot.
Tragic. Skill issue. One might even say womp womp.
Okay. You get the idea that. Okay, I am. You get the idea that they might have just been confused. There was a chance that maybe like there may have it's unclear to why they would say it in that manner. It's possible there may have been a teleportation sigil in Mosfelver, or maybe they just didn't know how it worked. You're not quite sure what, but I'll say that you're sure enough to know that they're not trying to hide anything from you.
Alrighty. Yes, no, there's a, I have 3 places that I consider relatively safe I could send you all to. Once we are all gathered. Can you stand?
I think.
Alright.
Will daughter.
What?
Do you know of a bowstring?
Can you give me more context? Like on a bow? I don't know if I saw too many people with bows.
It belongs to this bow.
I look at it. Is that the pupil of Uller?
Perhaps.
They kind of raise up their arm and look around at their tattoos. Let's see, do I have one of that? No, I don't. I think I knew someone who did though. Yeah, I think I've seen a tattoo of one that kind of had some signs similar to that. I don't know. I just kind of wanted to have hope because it looked had that look to it. I don't know what to say.
I think I saw. There was something I saw, but it was there was string on the hand. I didn't quite get. I don't want to think about it. Okay. If you really want to know, give me a second. I can. God. There was this blue string I saw, unraveled at one point, and it was this person had it, and they were gonna. There was some other people here, and they like. I don't know why they showed it to me, but they were trying to get me in a certain state of mind. I think I think it was more helpful for their goals to get me to be afraid of the cold. I think, or I guess dying in a way that's dishonorable, but also cold. I don't get it. There was a lot of shit, but there was this tag that was. Uh, I'm sorry, I can't do this. I don't want to talk about this. It's not comfortable. They ripped someone's they stabbed an icicle for someone's like chin. I don't want to talk about this. Is that okay?
I think that kind of confirms that Griskelba has it.
Oh shit! I heard that name. Yeah, I think that was her. I think there were others, but God. I need you to let me outside. I can't bear to be in here. I don't care if you have to like physically knock me out. I think I'm gonna pass out anyway. This is like upsetting.
Listen, Miss Rhoda,
Wait, is
I
it-
can't force you to do anything,
wait, where's the leech?
What?
Where's the leech?
Elite.
They turned someone to the leech. Where's the leech?
Does anyone else here remember seeing a leech? 'Cause I don't.
No.
No idea.
You aren't here,
Are
but
you
thank
Are you in the same room?
I mean, Jobu answered.
No, I
They
didn't.
did.
I'm starting to tweak.
The ghost of Yagram is speaking to us.
Oh, betray your teammates. Kill them.
I wonder what fucking Yagram's reaction was to Yagram's strongest soldier defending him.
Who helped out with a bandage besides Norris? Who helped bandage and deal with and assess Will Daughter initially?
I think it was
Was it
literally
just
just
Knowles?
me, yeah.
Okay. I had a leech on my leg. I'm certain, and but it was someone. They took someone and they made them a leech. I think it might have been one of the dwarves. Or a different human. I don't even remember. I don't want to think about it.
Was there a leech? Not my memory is just shitty in.
Oh shit! I thought you were hiding the fact that you got rid of the leech. Oh shit.
Nope. I
Yeah, you did. There was a leech that you removed from their leg and burned.
well, I changed my response because there was a leech on your leg. I did detach it as best as in the way I knew how to.
Did it turn back into a person?
No, I think I would have remembered that part.
Okay. Well, if it's still alive, it might do that. If it's dead, I think it would do that too. I don't know. I don't know how polymorph works. If it was polymorph, I don't know. They could have lied to me too. I don't know. Okay. Can we go somewhere? Like move. I don't care where it is. I don't want to see hags, but anything.
We can
Or,
move,
or can we
yes.
stay here? I'm also cool with staying here. Like,
I think this is a hag's room, so that's probably not the smartest option.
okay.
But yes,
Alright,
let's move.
Okay. I'd say you as a group start to move. Where do you guys head? And I'll get to the rest of the other group of people in a second.
Just reconvening probably at this point.
Okay. You guys kind of reconvene a little bit, and I'd like everyone to do a who has a passive perception of 19 or higher?
Me.
Hearing. Okay. Snowcap, you can hear what sounds to be
I do as
down
well.
all the way over here. You hear the sounds of like screeches from harpies and flying creatures.
What direction?
Bottom of the map, but I guess technically that would be to the south. Wait.
Okay, I see where you're pinging now.
Yeah, that would be to the south.
By the rug.
Wait. So this map is ingrained with the cardinal directions. I forgot, but it actually was. Okay, wait, yeah. I feel silly for thinking. I got so used to being on battle maps that weren't, but I just kind of assumed this was by default. Okay. But yeah, you can hear the sound. It sounds like, it sounds like they're out kind of, you can also vaguely hear the sounds of the ocean and something that sounded like a whale, kind of, maybe? Like a blowhole, maybe? It's hard to say. Okay, back to the rest of you. You guys now have, quite a few people with you. You have the core party, you have Whale Daughter, who's injured and kind of scared of her mind. You have the kobold named Whittle.
Whittle.
There's Nock the Noken, which is on top of Javavu and kind of being a little quiet right now. There's our recent, like, weird, I guess you can view them as a party member or whatever. You recently met them, though, so you know about as much as, I guess you know Whale Daughter better at this point than Greffa. And then there's, I believe they introduced themselves as Og, which is a strange reptilian creature of some kind. They don't seem you're not really sure what they are. Some people can make guesses, though. I'd say that Nornless actually pull up. I'll let it happen more naturally. What you guys discussed?
Well, why do we have two draughts? Who's the other guy?
Because.
Huh?
Which
When do you
one's the
mean?
real draught? Yeah.
He's the off-brand mascot.
Whatever. I don't know if I'm here, whatever. It works for me, fine. But I'm not Draught. That's Draught. I have a different name, Whittle. Sorry. But yeah, I'm Whittle.
Draught, is he your subject?
Wait.
But
You're fucking kidding me.
Wait. Are you a fire god the Newts were talking about? What are you?
I'm Greffa.
Oh. I don't know that name. Oh wait, shit. Well, I do
Neither
know
do
that
I.
name. Wait,
what?
Greffa's over there. You're Greffa too?
Wait. What?
What?
Wait, I can take you to Greffa. You want to see Greffa? Wait, you're also named Greffa?
Whoa, hey, easy there. What do you mean, Greffa?
I mean the Strider, Greffa. It's in a cage over here. I can if you've got keys, then yeah, we can get them open. But yeah, Greffa.
You know what? Sure.
It's like written on their leg or something. That's why we know its name. They start to kind of move in a direction. Meanwhile, Normless, you meet eyes with this person, and you are like 80% sure that you've seen them before. They seem to be a troglodyte. I'd say you know that much. If you're not sure, roll a insight or history check. Or a different check you feel would be better for like remembering someone.
Nah, history is good. 29.
Okay, yeah. You remember they were one of two traders. One of a grouping of troglodyte traders you met in the Underdark of the underground of Vetberg, next to a big pit that led to the Underdark
Oh,
that they had climbed up from.
I don't remember him. I remember him being like a lizard person.
Yeah, troglodytes are lizard people.
Okay.
They're not lizard folk, but the troglodytes are basically like Underdark lizard folk. Yeah.
Okay.
But they were yeah.
Cool.
Let me see what was the I believe you saw. I think you guys interacted with them in session 9 or 10 or something. Whatever, it doesn't matter. I think I'll speak again. Kobold keeps moving, and they take you to a big cage, and you see in it a strange creature. Draught, you've seen these things before. It's been a while, but they're I'd say you would know it's a strider. Greffa, you feel like you've seen something like this before, but you can't quite pinpoint what. Roll a d20.
Fire chicken.
Roll a 1d6. Okay. I'd say that you remember seeing some similar creatures like this, kind of roaming around a certain landscape, and I think also, oh wait, you weren't. I was gonna say you saw it on a beach, but you've seen a dead one of these before, on a beach, and you feel like you have some memory of there being a troll that ate some of it, and it got sick, and you associate this with like salamander people or newt people, and you kind of get memories in your mind. And roll a insight check now. Okay. You feel like the name Greffa, there was something about it that you latched onto. And you're not sure why. But you feel like it might be connected to this thing, but you can't quite figure out why. If you have an
Hello?
inspiration, I'll let you roll it again and use up
I-
that inspiration. That's not how inspirations normally work, but
I sadly do not.
okay.
Hello? Grandpa?
The creature seems to like shift its head and look in your direction. It doesn't seem to like recognize. Well, actually, it does seem to like kind of shake its head a little bit and look at you more. But it like even kind of push its head outside the cage slightly to look at you. It's hard to say if it recognizes you or just responding to that name, or that it seems to like, or maybe it's interested in you because you're made of fire.
How are you doing? Okay.
The creature, for context, is a large, like, two-legged reptilian bird creature.
Yeah, I'm just trying to be polite to it right now.
It doesn't respond to you, it just kind of looks at you. Wait.
Jevaboo? Jevaboo, mind coming over for a sec?
Yes. What is it? Excuse me.
There, right here. Can you tell me what the hell this thing is?
Should we roll a nature check?
Fire chicken.
Unnatural 20.
You've read about these things, and you've seen one or two before around the Jotun range of mountains.
Okay.
You don't know if they're that common there. You know these are creatures that are sometimes they're called giant striders. You're not really sure if it's why it's called that because you're not sure what a strider is, or if that's a small version of this, or what. You just know that they're typically called giant striders for a reason. They are strange creatures, sometimes found in small groups, sometimes maybe theoretically herds, but you've never seen a herd, that are often congregate in areas with hot springs or geysers, or more so areas of volcanic activity, as well as ashy fields and things like that. But as well as kind of looping over into surrounding.
Looping over
You know
into
that
what?
they're also kind of moving in surrounding areas, as they're not like deeply limited
surrounding
to these
areas.
places. They can
Okay,
kind of
okay.
move a bit. That's why you've probably seen one. Well, to some degree. I don't think there's a volcano on the island you're from. Or at least not a more recent one. Let's see. What I'll say is you would know that these are relatively friendly. That apparently you can ride them. And you've heard tales of a group called the Fire Newts, or a race called the Fire Newts, maybe, that can ride them. They have saddles and whatnot. And so that might have been what this was used for. You're not sure. You know that they kind of have a varied diet, and you also know that they're not. You shouldn't eat them. Their meats kind of can make you sick.
Okay. I'm gonna relay all that information.
The sickness tends to make people aggressive.
And again, Drot, we cannot eat them.
I'll eat what I want.
I think I've read a book that had one of these things. It had an odd name. It was like magician something. Maybe it belonged to a magician. Maybe the name was Red.
I kind of have to agree with George here. I kind of want to eat it.
It does it has like some straps on it, like for a saddle, but the main saddle seems to be like broken off or missing. Until you notice it kind of in the bottom part of its cage. It looks like it was taken off or something. It has written on the saddle. You actually do see the words Greffa written onto it.
Is this yours?
Mental. I mean, it's got my name on it.
I think it's yours.
Do any of the keys open it?
Yes, the same keys that open other cages open this one.
I hold out my hand and sort of make myself somewhat smaller in front of it.
Okay, roll animal handling.
What do you guys think is the chance of me getting attacked here?
Okay. You kind of do so, and it starts to kind of move its head towards you, but you kind of aren't really. You get a little. Your body's moving a little bit too much for it. It's like maybe you might tremble slightly, or you're not really. Maybe it's your flame or whatnot, but it seems to kind of back up a little bit and kind of look a little uncertain. Maybe it was your body structure. Maybe it was your placement of your hands, but you did something that spooked it. You're not really sure what.
Hey, it's okay, buddy. It's okay.
There's no capital animal handling.
Oh, I did not mean to roll at advantage.
I was really hoping it was an advantage. Okay. You seem to kind of. It seems to calm down a little bit. It's not it's not super effective way to, but it seems to calm down somewhat. It's not amazing, but yeah, it looks less spooked. Meanwhile, Tourmaline and Nornless, I'd say that Noken has gotten off Jevabu for time and is going to kind of look up to Nornless and Tourmaline.
Question. What are you guys here for, by the way? Like, what's your... I know the other person is looking for the string, or the thing. But what else do you care for here? Why'd you come here?
Well, one, to help them out. That was one of the 4 reasons. We happened to be in the area to help Miss Tourmaline herself out with something to do with sirens, which we've now completed. And in passing, we found out that Miss Whale Daughter was captured here, so we came to rescue them as well. Beyond that, slay the hags because they're cruel, the cruel, terrible beings, truthfully.
They're very cool. They're pretty good at being
Scarcely do
cool.
they do something beneficial for anyone beyond themselves.
Question. Did you, the cloak that little kobold had, you know what it is? Because I think I do.
I imagine it's
I know.
something powerful, but I don't quite know what it is at a glance, no.
Brachilda found it. It's, she got it on Jock Island.
Oh, I see.
It's, I forget what it was exactly. It was, what it was Berry, I think. Probably.
That sounds about
what was
right.
it?
I'll be identifying it at some point. I'm not horribly concerned. We don't have time for a tune anyway, even if we did know what it was.
We need to figure out where we're going now.
What kind of a list do I have?
Well, there was mention of
Oh,
the
okay.
cube at some point, but
God, I wonder who's in the cube. There was some person. I think they switched it out. There's one thing I think they got in more recently, but I could be wrong. I know there's talks about getting a body for some guy named
Would
Kadrin,
it be
but
wise
I
to
don't think that
look?
happened.
So I'm
But that was
assuming
like
we're
2 weeks
going
ago.
towards the cube.
Why'd
And
you go
then
towards the
upstairs?
cube? Are you gonna free who's up in the cube?
well, we need to find the
That
hags,
did
so maybe the hags are by the cube. We do not know.
I just assume there's some hags upstairs by the portal. There might be if you're looking for Volvana, she's probably by the cube, but she might be upstairs. If she wasn't in her room, which doesn't seem like she was based off the noises you guys made.
No, I don't believe so.
Oh, you guys beat Brasik, by the way. I'm aware of that much. Her room
What?
should be empty then, or sorry, AC empty. She shouldn't be in her room then.
No.
There might be people in there. I don't know. She keeps slaves sometimes, but they might have starved.
Did anyone check that guy's body?
No,
Wait,
but I do
wait.
see a door behind there that I was about to actually inquire about. If check that
What?
door.
That's Brasik's room. Wait, you went in Volvana's room? Was there a woman in there?
No,
Oh, like a human woman? Okay.
no, no. Just a young kobold.
Yes, I
Norlis
will.
inspects the door.
It seems to be made of bone and like iron and things, and looks. It's hard to say if it might be magical. You're not sure, but it definitely requires a key.
Rot will drag the guy out of the way, though.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, you want to look over him for a key?
I was gonna move him first, and then look over him for a key.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna look over him for a key.
They have like some areas that look like they had a key ring on it. Like it looks like you would have had a key ring there, but it's gone. So they either just don't have it, it was removed at a previous point, or maybe someone else looted it off. Wait, actually, question. Wait. Greffa,
Greffa
did
has
you
it.
take all the keys or just the initial key ring from the cages?
Just the initial key ring for the
Okay,
cages.
in that case, yeah, you do find a key that looks to be made of bone.
I'll
Drop.
try it on the door.
It seems to open it.
You're welcome.
Do I detect any magic from the door?
The magic, there is a bit of magic initially. So I'd say yes, but as the key kind of goes in and opens it, the magic lessens a little bit. Almost, I'd say that much.
Was the
But
key
the door
also
once the
magical
keys,
then?
once the key, well, yes. What kind? Sure, yeah. I'll say yes. And as you put the key in, the door just instead of just like kind of being able to open on its own, being able to kind of push it open, it just kind of immediately like opens on its own, like suddenly in a magical manner. Like as in once you lock the key in, the door just starts shifting enough that if you were holding on the tree and the key and trying to hold it in place, you might get moved by the door, or might break the door if you were really strong.
Okay.
It's magical, so who's to say? Okay. Draught, what's your passive perception?
14.
This smells.
I'll. It's saying it's a snowman. I'll try and open it.
Okay. As you touch it, you quickly realize it's made of a substance you're familiar with. It's made of bat guano.
I'm still gonna open it.
Okay.
Draw,
Roll
draw.
investigation. Also, actually, I'm gonna let someone type anything in chat, in the Roll20 chat. Anyone, quick. First person that okay, Norlis, you get it. Okay, Norlis. Should I have Draught roll a con save?
Sure.
Okay, Draught roll a con save.
2 19s in a row for 21. 19 investigation,
Okay,
21 constitution.
Alright, you feel fine, Draught. You feel like it might not be the most disease-free object you've searched, but it's, it's something. You find in the snowman made of feces, a carrot made of gold, which is used for the nose. You find a bunch of like sea glass, and you find a bone with writing on it.
What's the writing say?
You speak. You can
Property?
read 2 languages. Can you even read it?
What language do you read? Can you
Common
speak?
and Draconic.
Okay, you don't know what it says.
I'll pass it to Anonymous then.
I can read all languages, but only read. I can't speak them.
Okay. It says, alive I am not, but if who made me is dead, then my nose will turn to gold.
I'll take the golden carrot anyway.
Right, okay.
And then I'll use prestidigitation on myself to clean myself up.
It looks like the carrot turned to gold because we killed someone. So...
Hags.
Yes, I guess.
Elf. As drop points.
Yes, no, I see him.
You see, looks to be kind of a roughed up, possible high elf, maybe half elf, kind of in the corner of a cage. They look kind of like out of it. They look like they're likely awake and probably heard the whole thing at that. They just do not seem like in decent state.
I haven't eaten an elf in a while.
Yes, no, we're going to keep it that way. We do not cannibalize. You eat things that cannot speak, Mr. Drott.
I mean, by that logic, druids should just like kind of starve.
No, they just eat berries.
No, they can talk to berries.
He's not wrong.
I mean, so can I, but they don't talk back.
That's just because you're not very good at talking to them.
I'm great at talking to them. I'm bad at listening.
If I eat like a snow hare, is that cannibalism?
Yes.
Yep.
Also, we've been over this. Drott doesn't care about cannibalism.
Yes. That's why
Sure.
Nicholas said that you're not eating things that can speak. Quite firmly. Mrs. Snowcap, would you by chance, pick that lock to that cage, please? Or do we have the key? You have the key?
I can pick the lock, maybe. Who are you?
They're literally unconscious. Is that not what Ian said?
I didn't say I said they're kind of out of it. It looks
Oh,
like
okay.
they have their eyes open and they might be able to hear you. You're not sure. They just look like
Gotcha,
they're kind of
gotcha.
like
I misheard. My
tired
bad.
and. I have a great uncle who said that there's things that will eat people who are bad, and I don't think those things are good. Huh?
What are you on about?
Huh? What? Shh.
Any reason the
Adventurers?
hags enslaved you?
A slay. Okay. Can you get me out?
Perhaps.
Perhaps. Wait, you think this is a trick or something? I'm in a cage. I was gonna be like cut up and used for something. That or I'm a hostage.
Entertain me.
Nat 20 on the thieves tool.
If I'm a hostage, it's because of my clan, but like they figured it out. Oh, you get them open.
What clan?
Not even. I guess you saved me, so I'll tell you. It's complicated. I typically lie about this, but since you saved me, I guess I'll be direct. Fucking hell. Whatever. I'll go with it. My name's Skagan. Skagan Soulquench.
Oh, I think we rescued your brother earlier.
I don't have a brother. What?
Aren't all the Soul Quints related?
Yeah, I don't have a brother.
Tarfang, the son?
Who the fuck is that?
Kind of flaky type of guy.
You weren't there.
I have no clue who that is. Yes.
Connecting the card.
No, you're thinking of the Soulquench are elves.
Oh, okay, my bad. Next that. I got my wires crossed. Wires are
I thought you
crossed.
pick up on it, but also this is like the first soul quench that you've seen, I think.
Yep,
The
nope.
some of the other players would know who. Actually, okay, like Dre
Yeah.
knows exactly who the soul quench are, and same with
I
Empress,
don't.
think.
I,
It
di-
just
I didn't say
I'm
that
surprised they
because
haven't come up
I
more.
goofed up.
Okay.
I got
One
wires
thing I
crossed.
will
Didn't say
mention
that.
to get you on the right track is Clamdar is a soul quench.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, I'm a soul quench. If that's a heedless to you, that's why I think I'm a hostage. Thanks. It's been a while. Who exactly are you guys?
Snowcap.
Okay, you're Snowcap. I see you're a Heron. Okay. I think of. Oh god. I'm sorry.
Anything
I
useful
thought
to
I was
give
gonna
us?
get useful. I mean, yeah. I was kind of. Wait, what do you mean to give you? Like what knowledge?
Old magic items.
Oslo clan. Snowcap from
What?
Oslo clan.
Oh, the Oslo. Oh, okay.
Mossfiller.
Mossfilver. I was gonna head to Mossfilver at one point. Have you?
Was it?
I hadn't actually gotten to Mossfilver, but have you been to Let's see, if you're from Mossfilver, how far inland have you been? Have you gone to all the way across the Frost Tundra to the northernmost of the Elkin Mountains? Olkel Mountains?
No, I don't believe so.
Have you've never does Olksk do
Nope.
you recall that name?
Nope.
Okay, I've been on a journey to reconnect to some of my I guess not so some of my relatives, I guess. Hard to say exactly who because it's like second cousins and things, but I have some in Olsk. But
Something's going on with like Dorak and stuff.
I don't know who that is. Wait, shit. Wait. Dorak. Is, are they Goliath?
Yep.
Oh shit, Dorak. Did they... Is there a man named Zad that works under them?
I feel like that name is familiar.
Okay, I think I have heard a little bit about them. Yeah,
Maybe that guy was at the tree talking Mossfelder.
Zad, actually, maybe they might have been there at one point earlier, but I don't. Zad was not in Mossville. The party before you joined, like the session prior, or that session, did see. I think they might have. They found Zad's encampment, their army of it. They're like their small legion of sorts. I believe they did speak to him. I think. I have to check, but yeah. I'd say that you would know Zad is one of head guys.
Yeah.
The other head guys being the person who's trying to become the new Moose Knight, and there was you've heard some rumors of some maybe Mammophidon stuff. You're not quite sure about that, but the other person you've heard stuff on, or at least in the past did, was there was someone named Kodram, but you're not sure what happened. Albeit some other people are. Back to the bit.
But maybe he wasn't at the tree thing. But yeah,
Anyway,
right.
I think I can make things a little good. Shit. I was kind of here with family for a little bit, but it's a little awkward. So I'm still out of it. But thank you for saving me. I can get with my connections. I can make it worth your while. Do you know how deep within this place we are? Do you know how close we are to, like, let's say, the sea, for example?
I heard the ocean.
Okay. I want to be able to give you something. I, I know of various things. I know some people who can get you some interesting things, but shit. Would you mind leading me out of here, or I can help you?
Yeah.
I'm equipped of. I am skilled. If you can give me a blade or more so a wand.
Here, you can borrow my sidearm for now, and I kind of hand a hand axe.
Okay, a wand would be better, but I can work with this, I think. Thanks.
I kind of lead them out.
Question is that I think the one who I locked in here was Brasik. Is that one dead?
I
That's
like
not-
out of character. I always confuse the hag's names. I always forget them because they all
Some of them
sound
are
very
confusing. Others,
similar.
I have a list I written down on the server, but I'll post it at some point. I'll post a list of the names of hags. It's like a little bit or whatever. Okay. Getting back on track. Since I think this has been slightly more of a ramble than I had to do. Oh god, speaking. Sorry if I'm. That was Ian speaking. Okay, back to stuff. Okay. You guys in here. While you're talking, did anyone who's in this room do a like search around it, besides looking at the snowman? Also, I'd like Normalists to roll a history check while you're in here.
Okay. 19. You know a lot of
Okay.
that number
One of the corpses you recognize.
Where? In the
Here.
case? Oh.
Yes. You remember this person once. You've seen them once. They were in Vetberg. As you're leaving the port, they tried to get one of the party to try to sell them one of their ferry. As they were trying to sell it to the royalty of Gress to help a war effort. It seems that circumstances have occurred, and they likely must have tried to come here to look for more, and it didn't work out for them.
I see.
It looks like they've been dead for. Okay, sorry.
No, you're good. I interrupted you.
It looks like they've been dead for like at least a day, but it doesn't. If their kind of body makes it seem like they've probably been here for a while.
Okay.
Albeit as in they've like. Sure. Yeah.
Huh?
Okay, quick question. Why are you guys asking about necklaces? Did I give indication of something and I forgot about it?
Yeah, about the little shrine thing. And
I
also,
mean-
you should still have.
But you also weren't there for that either. That was Normalist who found it.
I should also do what?
No, I said they weren't there for that.
Yeah, I wasn't there for that. Nordalist, you still have detect magic, probably.
Yeah, no, that's what I was saying. I was gonna ask if I detected any magical items.
You detect two magic items here. One of the vials here. One of these is it's labeled just acid, but one of these vials is magical, and then this is magical. The cheese.
I will grab the magic cheese and the magic bottle.
Okay.
Wish you follow me out?
Okay. The bottle, by the way, I should mention, has a label on it, which simply says, malice, and then underneath it says inhalation.
Okay.
More mouse bites.
Excuse me. Alrighty.
By the way, was going to write the discovered loot thing earlier, but I'm gonna keep putting stuff in there.
Okay.
So at the end of the session, I'll have some stuff I'll post in there.
Alright.
Okay. All right. Snowcap, thank you for, if you said that was their name, thank you for helping me. I'll stick close to you. My voice is not quite here yet. I kind of am a little out of it, but when I'm in my real, spirit, I typically get more inspirited. If things get wacky, by the way, that's normative. It's just because of my, grandmother. I'll get to that later. Anyway, technically, grandfather, actually, I think about it. But, yeah.
Interesting. Are you gonna move her token?
Yes, I will. Okay, where do you guys? So now that you guys have gotten a central location, just to make this kind of easy, where do you head towards? Do you head towards the exit to the beach? Do you head to the direction that you believe the cube is, or do you go upstairs?
Upstairs is where we believe the hags to be, I think, so...
Okay.
But
Yeah.
that's-
They said that there might be one hag guarding the cube at least, but there's likely the hag you're looking for is probably upstairs.
Yeah.
Okay. So to make kind of keep things along, you could search the map a little more, but I think for the sake of things, I'm gonna move things. Since I'll be honest, this is a little longer, but I thought you guys would be in here, but it's also
Yeah.
fine. I'm actually happy we didn't just rush for the exit, but you know, it is what it is. Okay. You will, I'd say you get to the stairs and you start to climb up. Upon realizing the stairs are large enough that Jevabu and Tourmaline get on it. Albeit Tourmaline is going to have some, because it's a spiral staircase. There's handlebars here and there, but they're not like, common. It looks to be like if there were more of them, they degraded. It's awkward to get up there, but it's possible. Jevabu
How much does she
is
weigh?
able to do it. A lot. To be clear, it's a stone staircase, possibly made of that's very thick. And although I'd say the image I have is probably it looks a bit different. Probably is a larger space in that sort of. But what I will say is, if you look up, it's kind of actually say this. You can't really directly look up because of the way it's set. But I'll say that once you go 20 feet, it's like there's still more to go. So how far do you climb up the staircase? As a group. Within the idea that, like, one of you, depending on who's in what order, is inherently going to have some difficulty. Jevabu's, it's tight, but it's not too tight. As in, if it were like a normal staircase, a normal size for like a person, you probably not able to get through it. But it seems big enough for like a mid-sized person, or maybe even like a giant if they kind of like crawl or morph their body or something. Albeit, it just seems it's something that's actually. I'm sorry, right a little bit. Let me get to the point. Kind of. Do you guys? How far do you climb up the? As in, you've gone 20 feet and you haven't gotten to an exit.
I mean, you climb stairs until you get to an exit, no?
Okay. You guys climb 100 feet up, and you have not found an exit yet. You keep going.
I kind of take out like a little bit of like chalk or some dust, like, and kind of smear it on like a brick
Okay.
to the right of me.
Oh, like a wall. Okay. I will say, just for the sake of things, that there aren't really bricks per se. The idea is this is carved out of the stone, and so there's just stone walls. There's not bricks carved.
Well,
But you
just like
can,
the wall.
you can't, yeah, you can do the wall. Okay, I didn't know if you meant to rip that off later or something. Okay, either way you go at, you keep going, and you don't see that same chalk, meaning this isn't some spiral thing. It might just be a really long staircase up. You keep going, and it does take a while, but eventually, you get to the an exit. Now, my question is there anyone you guys would have left at the bottom? I'd say Og would have volunteered to kind of keep watch down here.
No, I don't believe there's any reason to leave anyone at the bottom.
Okay, Og would volunteer. Would you kind of tell them not to, or what would you go with?
Does anyone see
Or would you
any
feel
reason
tenuous
that
about it?
we need to leave someone behind?
We have a good few non-combatants.
This is true.
Og
Also,
might be a combatant, but you know.
I don't feel like carrying an injured person is going to be the best for, fighting hags.
I mean, that's fair.
I don't think you want a hag to, teleport over and, snap her neck.
I'm not arguing with you. I've said you're correct. We leave.
Everyone who's not in the group can stay down here until we either return or,
Are you sure about that? That's a. What would that entail? What do you mean by group?
The players.
I know, but you can't. Okay, I think he said that in character.
I know, but that's who he meant. That's
Yeah,
what
these
I
I was trying to
know,
say.
but Greffa's recently joined, so it's from perspective of things. They might. Whatever.
Well, no, you asked a question. I just
okay.
answered it quickly.
Also, okay, actually, let me rephrase this. By the way, I will say while you guys have that conversation, I would have said that the Strider eventually would have moved out and kind of walked around Greffa a little bit. Okay. Regardless, what were you trying to say, Normalist, in terms of who you think should go up and shouldn't?
Well, daughter can say she's a little injured. Whittle is most definitely not fit for combat. This elven man is ragged.
Help.
What?
I can still help. I know where the corporals
Yeah.
are. I think they're
I know,
upstairs.
but I don't want you to get attacked in the meantime. If we find them, we'll find them, but I don't want to put you into danger.
But if I'm with, okay. Well, they might not trust you, but okay.
Then we can come back and get you once the hags are dead, then no?
I guess just don't hurt them. But they might. I don't know. We'll see.
You are your own man. I am not telling you what to do.
Oh, you should. If I chose to go with you, I could.
Yes, no, I'm not stopping you.
I'm gonna think about it. You guys go. I might come back. We'll go up the stairs
Also,
and go.
Whittle, what gender actually are you?
He wants. Never mind. Not saying that in Norlis' voice.
I typically, I don't really like gender that much, so I kind of go by they. I don't, it's just me. I guess I'm the A.
Rod is clearly
type of
asking
gender.
if they can fuck.
Bro.
Oh. Josh tried to call Donald sexist.
Why would I do? Oh, you're your own man. Okay.
You're your own dragon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. I don't. Whatever. I just go by. I don't do the gender. I don't like gender. It's kind of iffy, icky. I mean, I could lay an egg if I had to, but I don't want to do that. And I don't think I can. But yeah. Okay. Other than that, who did you Okay, what I'll say is that Whale Daughter's kind of like a little out of it. They're fine with staying down here, but they're also scared to be alone. Do you ask anyone to? There's a possibility that the kobold might stay down here. Who else are you asking to stay down here? And who else are you trying to get to?
Cheesecake, what do you think?
If they don't want to go, they don't want to go. Simple as that. We're all free here. Let them take their choices.
Okay, there's a bunch of other people who. That's
Oh.
okay.
Elf will go with us.
Okay, Cheesecake, do you try to... I'd say at this point, roll another animal handling check, by the way.
And Knock
Fuck yeah, let's go.
not coming with us.
Knock assumedly is, unless you want... Well, Knock, by default, is in the assumption that if they don't go with you, you'll kill them. So they will.
Yeah.
Good.
Skagen has offered to kind of help you out, so they'll go up. With a 12, I say that the thing looks friendly to you, and almost you feel like if you could probably get it to follow you around. But you don't know if you could adequately ride it and it be comfortable, but you think you can probably like lead it a little bit at the very least. It feels comfortable enough around you for that much. Okay. Back to the rest of it. I'd say that Og would volunteer to stay down here to help watch Whale Daughter, but they're also fine with going with you guys.
No, it's really up to everyone where they want to go. You know, we're not gonna force anyone. We're not gonna force you to go. We're not gonna force you to stay. This is your choice.
Okay. What ends up happening is Whale Daughter stays down here,
Yeah.
but is really iffy about it and kind of spooked. The kobold stays down here, but there's a chance they might come and greet you. And I'll say that Og is not really sure what the kobold's gonna do, and so Og is like, okay, okay, I'll watch the tiefling woman. Just if you see my brother up there, let me know. I'm looking for him.
Okay.
You guys, back to the weird sequence. This has been a befuddled session. You guys get up the staircase, and finally you get to the top. Here we go. I'm gonna place your characters down. I'll say some things, and then we'll end the session.
No, come on.
Oh, really? Okay. How late do you guys want to go?
It is getting to a time when we normally end it, and we're probably
Yeah, I'm
going to
okay with going
soon.
late, but I assume. Well, I won't say that. But we're getting kind of a bit late, so like I could go late. That's fine by me. But I assume you guys don't want to do that.
Normally needs her moment. She has not gotten to Aura Farm.
I mean,
By the way, I don't.
ping again.
Cornelian is tired.
Oh, here, I'll drag you down. I'll
Let's
drag you
put it to
to place, I think.
Let's put it to a democratic vote. Yes or no?
I need to get my food, by the way. If we do continue,
No.
I gotta take a 5-minute break.
Yes.
No.
Damn, Dio is not moving us down the stairs.
What the hell?
I'd like to wrap up around here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that works. Okay. You guys climb up the stairs. It's a long voyage up. You think you might have gone like 200 feet up the stairs. Maybe more. It's hard to say. The rooms you can kind of hear a little bit of chatter here there. It's still not. It's still pretty early in the morning, but who's to say? And that's where we'll end it. I'll just say I watched some of the videos recently, and now I'm like getting kind of iffy. I can think about like I'm actively thinking about how I sound in the videos, and it's kind of spooky because I'm like, oh god, this probably sounds fucking cringy as shit.
Just
But
don't think about it. That's the only way.
Yeah.
Just literally,
Yeah.
I have to. Anytime I listen to any recording, I have to ignore my own voice. Can't do it.
Yeah, because like now, because I was listening to it, I'm like, oh shit, this is how I sound, isn't it? And now I'm actively thinking, oh, this is how I sound. This is how I sound. So I pause a bit, and I'm now like,
I've
oh god,
gotten used to it now. To be
Yeah,
honest,
it's really bad in the beginning. I've gotten
after
it.
doing a lot of voice tweak, it's like, okay, I can understand. At the beginning, I
Mhm.
hated it.
I agree. Same.
It's a
boat.
universal human experience. It
Yeah.
seems like near
Yeah.
universal.
Right. We can do boom points. I'm gonna be actively dragging things on here. By the way, I'm not gonna keep you. I'll put this on the map or something. Just so
Boom.
I know you guys aren't gonna go and check. Just I guess sort of a. I should have done that previously. Not that it's an issue, but I just for the sake of things, since I might move stuff on the map.
Boom point to Greffa for finding Greffa.
I'll give a boom point to Drott for continuously being unhinged.
You're rotting it.
I'm giving mine to Greffa for just killing that guy. Like, jeez, he didn't
Uncalled
deserve
for,
it.
but yes.
Actually, it did. It was that weird hag creature.
I mean, I would have done it. No way, I did do without even knowing that he did that.
And it's back to you, Ian.
I'm gonna give mine to Snowball.
Snowball!
Oh shit!
Cap.
Oh my god! It's been so long! Oh shit! Oh fuck! I did it! It's been a while! Oh wow! Okay, actually there is. Okay, I'm gonna give it also to Snowcap. Snowball is a secret character you haven't seen yet. Snowcap's like
Yes.
evil twin brother or something. Okay, Snowcap. I'm gonna give it to you partially because of a cool like mild sequence when you took out that half ogre in like one turn.